keeping the customers you have is so much cheaper and so much easier than trying to find new ones.
What the deal, how you feel, not important. All I'm thinking about is riding in these Porsches. But don't be coming at me with that horse shit. Acting like you know me, that's the worst shit. I know in my soul, I ain't this fucking cold, yeah. That's just how it goes. When I do get older, these days I don't get no sleep.
I mentioned before that we don't lose a whole lot of clients, but I do have one particular situation where we did, and it had everything to do with the service provider that didn't do a good job, and we lost the client right away because we got off on a really bad start. That said, I gave them their money back. When we don't do the job, I don't want your money. I don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. And if you feel like you need to move on and we don't have what it takes to get it done, I'll help you find another place to go. It's that simple. In the end, if we can't help you win in the short, mid, and long term, you're in the wrong situation. So doesn't happen a lot. There's only one instance. And like I said, we don't have a long list of churned clients. So I don't have a whole lot of stories about how that went or how that felt. But, in the end, if you do a shitty job, you got to own it, you got to eat it, and you got to do the right thing to fix it.
As far as I know, we have never lost a big client.
You cry, you scream, you shout it from the mountaintops, ah! Right? But don't do that too long. Yeah, you gotta let it out. Those feelings suck. Trust me, they're not very good. I lost a real estate client, and that commission was it could have been about 30 grand in commission. And I was not able to find it. Granted, it was a tough market, but it still falls on me. Remember, I said it's my fault. I was not able to find them a suitable home. I couldn't get them into a home in the right amount of time that they needed, and so it just ended up not working out. We utilize a CRM called EasyLinks, and it allows us to track on a per policy basis, so we can see exactly where we are with the client. We know when their policy is going to renew, so we can start to reach out and contact them ahead of time. We have automated tasks that come up so that we know what our employees know exactly what they need to do, when to reach out to what clients about what policy.
Being an e-commerce business, we have all of our data, all of our analytics basically just come straight from our website, and then being all synergistic with Google My Business as well, and using all of those data points can tell me when all of my customers are ordering, how often they order, when it's been a while since they've ordered, and then being able to use that data and then maybe sending specific emails if someone hasn't ordered in 3 months. I can send out an email directly to these people, especially if they're big purchasers.
So the metric that we use to kind of as a data point to measure our success as far as membership is the number of members within our virtual community. It grows pretty steadily. I don't see a lot of attrition day over day. I do check in with the metric at least a couple times a week just to make sure that we're trending in the proper direction. But I think as of right now, we sit at 4,335 members, and that number will change by tomorrow. We'll have grown by at least 2 or 3, because that's kind of the rate at which things move for us, and that's how we track it.
Listening to your clients is the key to keeping them. For us, when we started out as a retail business, it was really easy to listen to our customers because they would come in and talk to us. Now, as an online and e-commerce business, it's a little bit more difficult to reach your customers in a way that they will interact and talk with you back. It's like pulling teeth to get people to leave reviews on your website. Even if you send them out discounts, even if you ask them time and time again, actually getting people to go and follow through and leaving you feedback, it's a hurdle.
You have got to listen to your clients. Your clients are going to be the ones that'll tell you when stuff is messed up. Now, sometimes they're not going to tell you directly, right? They're not going to say, hey, this thing's broken. But if you continuously hear the same question from another client and another client and another client, that objection, that question is probably a kink in your system. It's a kink in whatever it is in your process that's causing that delay or that funnel, right? That's the bottleneck in your business, in your sales process that is stopping customers from moving freely through your sales process. So listening to the customer feedback, not necessarily always where they're going to tell you directly what's wrong, but understanding that every time they communicate something with you, that's an opportunity for you to go back, revamp your process so that the next time, the next client doesn't experience the same problem, doesn't have that same question. Maybe it's a front load, maybe it's a text message automation, maybe it's an email, it could be a bunch of different things, but listening to your client is the way that you're going to get there.
We look at it like this. Our clients being successful is our success too. So that's the approach that we take when we work with our clients. Now, in order to improve that success, communication's key. And we have created either systems or processes that guarantee and put some structure and consistency around follow-up. Are we getting it done? Are there needs that aren't being met? Are your goals and outcomes being defined? What are the timelines for those? Are there other resources that you need? Now, we ask that to our clients, but we also ask it to our service providers because it's a two-way street. So in the end, when you have in a service business, when the service providers are happy and feel like they know exactly what service they should provide, and the person receiving the service is getting what they want or getting what they need, and you feel like you're making progress, it's a lot easier to keep people around. Now, in the event that during communication you uncover a problem, it's really important to figure out what the solution would be and share that solution with both the service provider and the person receiving the service. Once again, this communication and the feeling and true understanding that everyone is working together towards the same goal, it smooths out a lot of issues, it increases patience, and it really helps define what exactly it is that you should be doing or you should be receiving.
Ooh, this is a good one. How does your company actively listen to clients? So we have a kind of unique opportunity within our virtual community to do a lot of polling, and that is how we kind of take the temperature of where we're at, is how we figure out our community demos. We ask our customers, clients, members, whatever you want to call them, we ask them on a pretty regular basis, who are you? How do you identify? What do you feel? And are we doing our job? We do polls at the end of our Zoom meetings. We do polls within the virtual community. And it's just a way for us to take the temperature and make sure that we are accomplishing the goals that we actually want to accomplish on behalf of our members.
Trust is a key component when it comes to client retention and just the success of your business in general. If people don't feel like they can trust you, your service, or your product, it's a really shaky foundation to build everything else on. So if you have a software platform and it has a lot of bugs or it's inconsistent or it doesn't always work, that gets stuck in the user's head and they begin to wonder, what am I missing? What is not happening? And all of that is not good for customer and client retention. Now, the same thing goes in a service business. You have to be reliable. You need to be on time. People have to feel like you are telling them what's going on and being transparent and that you're not full of shit. In the end, once trust begins to go away or not exist, or if it's non-existent at all, it is very, very, very difficult to overcome. Because once you lost trust, that never leaves the thought process of the person that quit trusting you.
So again, we're a little different in how we have to approach our work, but trust is actually a hugely, hugely important part of the community that we're building with InnovateHer KC. And the ways in which I specifically build that as kind of the leader and the showrunner, and really the steward of this community, because that's really what I am. I build trust by modeling the behavior that I want to see. If I'm going to ask our members to communicate and to contribute to the community in meaningful ways and not just use it as like a place to, dump their stuff and share their, events and their products and all of that stuff, then I have to model that behavior. And so, I share a lot of wins within the community, and I ask a lot of questions, and sometimes I share very personal stories, because these are the kinds of conversations that we want to see. We want to encourage real, authentic communication, not just, the salesy stuff, not just the here's what I want to share. We want to actually incite conversation. And so sometimes you have to create an atmosphere where you give others permission to do that by exhibiting that behavior and just doing it time and time again. That's how you create culture.
Bad news is not always bad. It sucks, yeah. But what I've noticed, especially in the real estate space, over communicate and you will build that trust.
We actively build trust with our customers through educational content, as well as medical marijuana advocacy that we do. We share it with the public through social media, everything that we're working on. As well as other hemp industry related topics that are paving ways for, a better future for Earth and for humans with all of the different things that hemp can do. And sharing all of those tidbits lets our customers know that we're not just here peddling our product. We are passionate about what we do. We're passionate about the people that we serve and what this plant can do for everyone. And so just constantly putting that out there for people, even if it seems rudimentary at times or redundant, you just got to keep putting it out there, and people appreciate it, and it seems to be working.
If you have a brand new business, a startup, whether it's a software company, a product company, a service company, any of it, your first goal should just be to get any clients at all. And while revenue is really important, so is just getting some people in your system, your flow, all of it, and especially people that are going to give you feedback. People that are going to tell you what's good, what's bad, what they like, what's useful, what they need that you don't have, and all of that. So if you have a brand new business, try it out. Just give your service away if you have to. Get the feedback, make the improvements. All of it is a really good thing for an early stage business.
The way that we keep our members and the way that we attract new members is we consistently put out good information and talk about good things and show strong support for our members. And as long as we keep doing that, then we're fulfilling our end of the bargain, and our members tend to stick around.
All right, my advice for startups to keep clients: under promise and over deliver. Don't make it like you're gonna be the ultimate savior and do all kinds of things that your competition is not, because you're gonna waste your time, you're gonna spin your wheels, and it's never gonna happen. Under promise and over deliver. That has, to me, always been the key, because you look like a rock star when you show up and doing more than you said you were gonna do, right? But if you only do what you said you were gonna do, you're still a rock star. So under promise, over deliver. That's my best advice.
My absolute best advice for startups in regarding to keeping your clients happy and coming back is set your expectations for your clients here. Then you bring an energy level here and over deliver on what you're promising to them. And I can guarantee you, you will keep not only them happy, but you will get them talking and having them be cheerleaders for your company, telling their friends, telling their family about you. And next thing you know, you're acquiring customers off of referrals because they had expectations here and you delivered here.
I need my caffeine.